Okay guys, we're gonna just finish our tutorial, or not finish it but just continue with it. Now in this week we're gonna be doing the road textures, and we're gonna show you how to use multiple UVs and combine it with multiple texture channels. So we're gonna try to make some complex complex road texture. So it's gonna be a lot of new stuff for a lot of people, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. So for this week we're gonna be just doing the road. One more thing before we get going, and make sure that your render set up here under I'm gonna set this one. I set this one to 0.75, but I'm gonna just put it back to 1. The gamma set it to 2.2, and affect by background and clamp output, and the color mapping set it to color mapping only, no gamma. What else? Let's see, adaptive image sampler. I'm gonna just put it down to 8. This one I'm gonna just leave it at 1. Everything else is fine. Well, later on when we wanna really have a very crisp and not noisy picture altogether, we're gonna just lower this one down, because with this adaptive amount to 1 right now, and the setting we got 1 error, and then we're gonna have some noise. For the global illumination, it's irradiance map and light cache. The irradiance map I'm gonna set it to -4 minimum rate, and -1. That's kind of a little high, but that's good. 30 and 20 should be fine. Make sure you check show calculation phase. For the light cache, I'm gonna up the light cache a little bit. I'm gonna put it to 650. Sample size 0. I'm gonna lower it down to 0.1. That's it. For the setting, bucket width, I'm gonna set it to 16 and set it to size. Everything else should be it. For render element 2, I added some elements. I added Z-depth, lightning. I want the global illumination and not the roll, so I'm gonna add it. Regular illumination. Okay. So I added all of those. So this is it. Just want to make sure that you do that for your color mapping here. Okay. I'm gonna close these, and for in the render window, make sure that you're using the vray buffer here. Make sure the sRGB button is clicked. So I'm gonna just render it very quick and see what I got. Okay, I'm still waiting. Okay, now it's done. As you can see, you got some noise here. I have those channels added up here, all those passes, so you can tell which one is giving you the noises. So the vray sample rate here. You got our sample rate here. We got some noise in it too, so we need to up it, multiply it a little bit. And we got let's say the reflection here. I have no reflection in the scene, so you can see. For the lightning, as you can see, the lightning has a lot of noise in it. it's really not from the light. I think it's from the environment, from this. So even I think even if I up the rays of the subdivision of the shadows and stuff, it's still gonna be noisy. So I'm gonna, yeah, the shadows too. There's a lot of noise in the shadows. I have no specking on the global illumination here. The global illumination is kind of smooth, as you can see. There's no, really there isn't much of noise at all. So our global illumination is no need to touch the global illumination. So the only thing that we need to change probably is the lightning and the sample rate. So if I go back to our rendering setup, I'm gonna up this one to 16. And for our lightning, let's select our lights. Let's select this one here. It's the subdivision is for 124, which really, let's up it to 156 and see if it will change anything. And get up our scene again and use just region. That's a big of a region. Here should be fine. There you go. As you can see, we still have the noise here. So if I go back to our sample rate, has less noise, as you can see. Maybe we can lower it more. And for the vray shadows, still get noise on it. And the only way that let me try to up the subdivision of the direct light too. So let me up the subdivision here. 256 too. Let me render again and go to RGB color. I'll render. Yeah, I still get the noise, as you can see. And I found out that the only way to get rid of the noise in this scene, particular scene, is going down here to render setup. An adaptive amount here, I'm going to lower it down to just 0.99. It's going to increase your render time, but it's going to give us a really smooth surface. If I render this spot now, as you can see here, it took 6 seconds. Now it jumped to 9 seconds, but as you can see, there is a difference between the noise here. This one is way smoother than this one, so we go to the lightning. There's a big difference between here and the lightning. But I'm not gonna use that right now because we are still just doing test renders and stuff. I'm gonna push this one back to 1. This one I'm gonna lower it down to just 32. And my other light, I'm gonna lower it down to 32. Okay. So if I render right now, the whole image shouldn't take that long. And we have this overexposed area here. That's where the color mapping can come into play. I'm gonna put this one to 0.75 and just do this area here. As you can see, that did tone down but over bright and overexposed areas. So I'm gonna render the whole thing again and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, and this is the image we got here so far. I'm gonna lower the max subdiv to 8, and let's start working on our road. I'm gonna hide the car, and for the render I'm gonna select just basically the road here and close it. There's our rendering setting. The perspective viewport. And select my power parking lot here. Alt K so you can isolate it. I'm gonna delete those 2 UV maps that's on it and grab more push M. Start working. I assigned the shortcut to the command panel, it's Y, so you can just call it when I need it, give you more scene space. Okay, I don't need the vray toolbar here too, so I'm gonna just close it and Control X too, so you can have more screen space. So I have this one here. It's best if you learn some shortcuts to 3dsmax. It's gonna give you a lot of advantage. Okay, then go to the material, vray. I'm gonna create a vray material. I'm gonna rename it row parking lot. One thing to make sure you get in the habit of naming your object and naming your textures. I'm really not in the habit of doing that, which I really should, but you guys really should need to pick up this habit. It's really good, save you a lot of hassle down the road. So I'm gonna apply just the diffuse map first. Standards, bitmap. And I prepared some maps on Photoshop or a texture, and I'm gonna grab the road-based diffuse here. I'm gonna assign it. Let's view it. As you can see, it's way too big. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply, instead of changing your map here and tiling and other tiling and stuff, just leave it at 1 and make sure the blur is set to 0.01. and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply UV map here. I'm gonna make sure it's squared, so I'm gonna just copy the length and type it to the width. Copy it here, so it's squared. Now click 1, so you go get back to the gizmo, and R to scale down. Now scale it down. I think that's still too big for our area. Don't worry about the repeating pattern, because the way that we are viewing our road, you are not going to see much of it. You see, this is the camera view. I think that's good enough. Let's see here. Okay. Next, for our parking diffuse map, I'm gonna add the reflection map. Oh, okay, I'm gonna add the bump map. Nah, let's do the reflection map first. On a map, standards, I'm gonna just select a full off map. Full off map. Alright. And enable the color mapping, and at the point here, move it down and set it Bezier smooth. Down here. Up. this curve here, what it means is you are not going to see much of reflection unless you are really perpendicular with the road, like this, like really this way. If I render it now with this one, we're going to see a lot of reflection. But if we are viewing it from the top here like this, you are not going to see a lot of reflection on the other road. So this here, basically it shows that you're going to have a reflection just when you are perpendicular with the road. So like this. So you're going to see some reflection this way. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it that way. I'm going to lower it down. Go back to our camera. And hide all. No. Okay. And Shift K. I'm not sure if the shortcut's gonna work with this the capture or video capture here, so I'm gonna bring my vray toolbar, and there you go, and then be back when it's done rendering. Forget one thing is under rendering, under setup here. Make sure under the global switch here you turn off the override material here, and let's render again. Okay guys, this is what we got here. It doesn't look like that we have much of a reflection, but if we go to the reflection, vray reflections here, yeah, we really are not gonna see, we really don't have any reflection in the road. So I guess we're gonna work more on the reflection. So I'm gonna go to M. Oh, you know what? I piped it to the refract map, so I gotta just put it back to the reflect map. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna just do the reflection again. I bet you if you go to refract here, you're gonna see something. Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to RGB. I'm gonna render again. I'll be back when it's done. I just paused it so you guys can see what we got. As you can see now, we have this reflection here, and it's kind of like really gets stronger once we get like very perpendicular to the road. As you can see, it's fading out, going down. So, and it is very clear, and it's like very glossy. As you can see here, if I go to the vray reflection, look, and there is no road in real life with this. You know, maybe in the future, but right now, no. So I'm gonna go back to RGB color. I'm gonna close this and go back to our material. What we need to do now, we need to work with our reflection glossiness. I'm gonna set this one, lower this one down to 0.5. And set I'm gonna up the subdivision to 90, and for the reflection glossiness I'm gonna apply map. I could use the road specular here, yeah, that's or the road ambient occlusion, but I'm gonna use the road specular here. It'll be fine. Okay. And one more thing, let's add it right now. Let's add the bump to maps standard bitmap, and I'm gonna add the normal map straight away, which I'm gonna add more space here. And delete this one. I'm gonna add the map standard, actually the vray normal map. I'm going to add the map standard, I'm going to add bitmap, I'm going to use the road normal. Okay. And for the map bump, I'm going to set this to 10. Maybe, yeah, -10. Okay. Now let me render again and see what you're going to get. Okay, so now as you can see guys, we have a little bit of bump going on, and if we go to the vray reflection, this is our reflection now. As you can see, it's spread all over the road, which is nice. And that's the lightning, and this one is our baby color. So next we're gonna add those stripes that you see in the road, the parking dividers. So I'm gonna go to M. How I'm gonna use that? I'm gonna use oh, this one seems like it's unplugged. I'm gonna use two mix map here, or a composite map. So instead I'm gonna keep this one, unplug this one very quick. I'm gonna apply maps, standards, composite map. I'm gonna set this one in layer 1, add another layer, and I'm gonna add this map here. It's just a black background. Black background, as you can see, with this white noise stripe in the middle. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna set this one, I think, to screen. Yeah. But if I view the map right now, I'm not seeing anything. Let's just view this one. As you can see now, it has like, that's how it's set up. You can use it as little road lanes, but for a parking lot that's not gonna work for us the way that they are divided. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to our mirror. I'm gonna set it to map channel 2. Okay. Apply another UV map and set that UV map to map channel number 2. And see what that's what I'm getting. Getting a different map. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab the gizmo. Make sure I'm gonna square it down first too. And I think it doesn't matter if it's square or not, because we're going to stretch it a little bit. Next, I'm going to just start tidying it down. As you can see here, let's get it down more, and you can move it, scale it more. I think it's too wide, so let's get it down. And as you can see, we use the combination of a UV map and the map channel, so you can layer this one. It's gonna be a very tight parking lot. Okay. Then I'm gonna leave it that way. So I'll get back here. Now if I make another render, I'm gonna render it. I'm gonna pause and we'll be back when it's done. Okay guys, I'm back. This is so far for the road. Now what we need to do, we need to add some dirt on the road and stuff like this. So, but for the road itself, for the texture, I think this is it. This is done. But now we're gonna just start layering more dirt textures on it. So I'm gonna just close this one. Bring my material viewport again. Maximize it. just trying to save some screen space here. Let's use this. Okay. Now material, vray, and grab vray blend material. Okay. And put this one as a base. The first coat we're gonna apply material, vray material. And this one gonna be dirt. And I just give it kind of a dirt color. Okay. And fourth bar, I'm gonna blend it using a map. Let's see. Let's try this one. I'm not sure. But yeah, let's try it. But since we're gonna apply that, this one is not gonna be. We try. First of all, we need to apply this one down here, the vray blend to our road. And if I try to view this image, you see it's how it's styled, and you don't want to use that way. So we're gonna do that again. We're gonna grab our map. I'm gonna set it map channel 3 and UV map. And this one use it as map channel 3. Okay. I'm gonna W and just move it around to find a better spot for our dirt in our map. I think this should be fine. Now I'm gonna render again and be back when it's done rendering. Okay, I'm going to just stop it here. As you can see, there is so much dirt. So I'm going to either can color map it, take it to Photoshop and color map it and do it make it less dirtier, or just grab a different map. So I'm going to just go with that route. I'm going to grab a different map. Go to M. And I'm going to okay, I'm going to select this map over here and open it. View the image. Give it a little bit of bluer. 0.5. Now in the preview. Just view it again. Now open the view here, the preview window. It's too much. 1. Yeah, okay. And set the dirt to 0 here. So when I open the preview window again. Okay. So let's render again and then be back when it's done. Okay, it seems like I don't have enough dirt and it's too blurred, so I'm gonna just pause it, stop it. Go to perspective viewport again and just see how my map is set up. I'm gonna grab the gizmo again. Just move it over here. Maybe scale it down a little bit. I think that's too much. Okay. Now what? I'm gonna just delete this UV map. Apply it again. Set it to map channel 3. I just move it to the side here. Okay, and now for M, I'm going to zero out the blur, click C and shift K. So I'm gonna be back when it's done rendering. Okay guys, and this is what I got so far here. And as you can see guys, now you can like layer as many texture or as many details you want on it, and you can control the placement of the textures or whatever dirt you want by applying just another UV map and set it to the same channel of the texture. And this way you are not tied to one UV space, but you can have like unlimited UV maps. Each one has a different channel. So this is it guys for this week. I hope you guys picked up something new, and the next week we're going to be doing the concrete material for the road and those car blocks. And next one going to be about C and the C shader and sand shader. And the final one is going to be about the post-processing. I'm not sure if I'm going to use Nuke or After Effects, so maybe I'm going to use them both, or show you how it's done in both softwares, or use one. That depends on the time. And after that we're going to go back to do some particle tutorials. So until then, let's see you guys next time. Bye.